find your space. You want to make sure you have space to move. Your arms can spread out. Feet go right underneath your hips, 2 fist distance apart, okay? This is the space of your ASIS, your anterior superior iliac spine, your little hip bones. When you push into your flesh, you're gonna feel those bony landmarks. Don't think of the actual flesh part. Sometimes when I say, let's step 2 fist distance or hip distance apart, people go really wide. I want you to go just 2 fists distance. Now soften your knees, roll your shoulders back. Take an inhale, sweep up to the sky. As you exhale, hang from your hips, go all the way down towards your toes. Soften your knees, release your neck. Take an inhale, sweep up. Exhale, big fold, soften your knees. Please be careful of lower back stuff. At the very bottom, let your hands come down, let your head come down. Inhale, big sweep up. One more time. Exhale, arms go out and around. Sweep down. Good. And now let your hands drape down. Soften your knees. Let your head be heavy. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. This is your spinal articulation. Shoulders roll back at the top. Take an inhale, sweeping up to the sky. At the top, your palms touch. Let your hands go first, and it's as if you're diving into an ice-cold pool. Come into a cervical nod, soften your knees, let your hands part at the bottom. Take an inhale, bend your knees deeper. As you exhale, roll all the way up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Good, shoulders roll back. Take an inhale, sweeping your arms up. Grab your right wrist into your left hand. Try pushing your biceps behind your ears. Now reach your hands way over to the left as you push your right hip out to the right. Open up through the whole side of your body, through the right hip, the ribs, the arm, and the fingertips. Inhale, come to center. Take your left wrist into your right hand and pull the arms back and go way over to this side. Pull to the right, push your left hip out to the left. Inhale, come to center. Release your hands. Take your right foot past your left, crossing at the ankles. If you feel unstable, you can move closer to your wall, okay? Let's take your hands up again. Grab your right wrist into your left hand. Push the biceps behind your ears. Soften your front ribs. And big pull to your left, pushing the right hip out to the right. Now, this can be tricky, right? You'll feel a little unbalanced. Try to look at something that's not moving. It's going to be hard if you're staring directly at me because I might be moving a little bit. Look at something on your wall or on your mat. Take one more deep breath here. As you exhale, use your core to come back to center. Release your hands by the side of your body. Unhinge your right foot. Take your left foot over your right. Sweep your hands up to the sky. Take your left wrist into your right hand and pull the arms back. Soften your front ribs. Inhale. Exhale, then go for the reach. Big pull. Push that left hip out. We're going to take a couple deep breaths here. Find that balance challenge, okay? One more deep inhale. As you exhale, pull back to center. Release the hands gracefully. Unhinge your foot. Step your feet wide, really wide. Toes out 11 and 1. Slightly turn out. Hands on your inner thighs. Encourage your hips to drop down and back. Now let's take our right shoulder in towards center. Look past your left. Find that twist. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, drop the right shoulder and look past the left. Now check in with your low back and the middle of your back, which is called your thoracic spine. Your upper spine is called your cervical spine. So that's 3 parts, from the top of your head all the way down to your lower tailbone. And I want you to twist side to side. If twisting is not good for you, you do not do this. If anything is not good for you, you skip it and you can do whatever does feel right? Find your modification. Let's do one more twist each side. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, big twist. Now let's come to center. Bring your hands to your inner thighs. Lift your heart, let your tailbone stretch on out, press your shoulders away from your ears. It's like a cow pose, with our belly draping towards the ground. As you exhale, round your spine, let your head be heavy, tuck your pelvis. Cat pose, inhale, belly comes down, heart goes forward. Exhale, round. Now take your time. You want to feel the space between every vertebrae as you move through your cats and cows. Good, one more deep inhale. As you exhale, let's let your hands drape down towards the ground, push into your feet and roll up. At the very top, your spine goes back to neutral, we roll the shoulders back. Now take your hands to prayer. It's called your Anjali Mudra. Let's bend your knees. Knees on top of your ankles. Let's take a peek at our toes. Make sure that our knees are not passing our toes, okay? And now your hips are going down and back. Your heart should be higher than your hips, and then bend the knees a little bit more. Press deeper into your heels. Thighs parallel with the floor. Now press up, reach out in front of your shoulders with your hands. Bring your hands to your heart. Bend your knees, they stay on top of the ankles. It's really important that we don't let the knees pass our toes, okay? If that happens over time, it will cause inflammation, and I don't want that for you. You don't want that. So you can stay nice and slow here, or you're gonna speed it up. Reach and drop, reach and drop. And notice I'm pushing my hips down and back, like I'm sitting into a chair, right? Little chair behind me. I'm gonna sit down. Nope, I'm gonna stand right back up. Lower down, lift up. Inhale and exhale. Now keep on going. I'm gonna give you some modifications. You keep on moving through your warm up. If you have knee sensitivity, you're gonna take your feet back to those hip distance, right? 2 fist distance apart. But if you have low back sensitivity, sometimes moving in this inclined squat can pull on the low back. So if that doesn't feel right, turn your toes out wider, shoulders back on top of your hips, and do more of an upright squat where your back is not in that incline. So that's 3 different squats. Find which one works best for your body. Mine, I like that sumo. Feels best. But I do have 2 lower vertebrae that are degenerative, so I'm careful about it. Please be careful. And you're breathing big, in through your nose, out of your mouth. That's your Pilates breath. It's called a sniffing breath. It's like you're taking a big inhale. Sniff those roses. Good morning, and then a forced exhale out the mouth. All right. Now, it's really good for you to breathe big. All right, get that heart rate going. If your shoulders feel okay, I want you to reach up to the sky. If your shoulders don't like that, we're gonna stay right in front of the shoulders, or you could do a low variation. I've had lots of injuries. I want you to be safe. I actually never planned on being a fitness instructor. I am a graphic designer and photographer by training and trade. But I got an injury on my knee and an injury on my shoulder, and I was considering getting surgery on both places. And then my sister said, you gotta do yoga training. And I said, okay. And then yoga turned into Pilates and bar and aerial. I did all these certifications, and I fell in love with movement. But I am surprised, because I was always one of those kids that got their moms to write notes in PE saying that I couldn't participate or I couldn't run. I did not like to run. Good. But now I love it. Thank you for showing up, being here with me. In through the nose, out of the mouth. God. We have about 8 more like this. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's hold on 1. Take your hands behind you. Catch your breath. Bend your knees. Get really, really low. Okay, remember, thighs parallel the floor. Take an inhale. Press your pinkies back a little bit more. As we exhale, let's lift your left heel. Okay, you should be a little shaky because we're pushing our muscle to this point of fatigue, this point of change. Let's take an inhale again. As you exhale, turn towards your right. Good, let's bicep curl. Reach out. Thumbs towards your shoulders. Press your pinkies out. Thumbs in, pinkies. Thumbs, pinkies. Now check out your right knee, okay? That right knee should be right right knee right on top of the ankle. Right knee go in the same direction with your second big toe. Right, straighten out the foot if you need to. Spike your left heel. 4, 3, 2. You can stay here, or I'm going to ask you to tap your left foot forward, tap it back. Tap it forward, tap it back. Breathe big. Exhale as you bring the toe forward. Blow out the air. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold in. Hands to prayer. Left heel is lifted. Lift that left heel. Put on your Jimmy Choo on that left heel. Your right heel is down, and little pulse here. Little pulse. All of your weight should be in your right heel. If you want to get crazy, try lifting the whole left foot off the ground. Core engaged. Heart higher than your hips. Tailbone in neutral. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Press your arms back. Extend your left leg in the air. Find your Vera 3. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Land lightly on your left toes. Sweep your arms up to the sky. Open your heart. If anyone feels any lower back pinching, lean forward in an incline lunge. Don't bring your shoulders back on top of your hips. Hold here for 3. Deep breath for 2. And 1. Hands to prayer. Let's all take that incline. You're a straight line from the top of your head out your left heel. Inhale. Exhale, turn slightly to your left. Bend your knees and then press out into your triceps. Tricep press with your sumo squat. Or remember those variations. Take them with you to every class. You could always chair squat. Or for back stuff, upright squat, which is also known as goddess, or if you do bar class, they call it horse sometimes. Goddess can be really good for the back, but it can be tough on the knees. We really just got to gauge, where do you want to go? I'm coming back to sumo. Here we go, we got 8 like this. 7, 6. I had coffee this morning. 5. I haven't had coffee in like a month. 4, 3, 2, and hold down on 1. Okay. Press your shoulders back. Bend your knees. Get really low. Catch your breath. Let's take an inhale. As you exhale, lift your right heel. If you're shaking, that's good, right? Shaking means change. You're changing. Take an inhale. Exhale, let's turn towards our left. Bend your left knee over the ankle. Scoot your right toes back if you need to. You're a straight line from the top of your head out your right heel. I'm going to constantly remind you of your alignment because that's how we get deeper and safer. Take your hands behind you. Press your pinkies back. Bicep curl, reach out. Thumbs in, pinkies out. Remember your Pilates breath. In through the nose, out of the mouth. Awesome. 4 more like this. You can always stay here. This is a good option. Or we're gonna add that back leg in 2 and 1. Let's add it. Tap it forward, tap it back, tap it forward, tap it back. Hit, hit. Your weight is in your left heel, in your left booty cheek the whole time. I want your left butt cheek to catch fire, okay? Exhale as you pull the knee in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Put on that Jimmy Choo on your right side. Hands to Anjali Mudra. Little pause, little pause, little pause. If you need a stabilizer, you can grab your wall. You can grab a chair, a desk, maybe a kitchen table. Most of us are at home, so get creative, okay? Option to lift your right foot off the ground. As long as your pose is not compromised, you can stay in it, stay strong. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, oh my goodness. Reach your hands behind you, extend your right leg in the air, find your Vera 3, hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and land lightly on your right toes. Sweep your hands up and over your head. And if your back is all right with it, then shift your shoulders back on top of your hips. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take an inhale. Exhale into your incline. Inhale there. Exhale. Turn back to your right. Third set. Arms out into a T. And then up into a high V. So every alternate one, let's come up to the sky, right? T. Together, up. Can you tell? For the last 10 years, I've been used to teaching the music, so the beats are just in my head. The tempo is always there. Boom, boom. That's it. Breathe deep, okay? If we were in class together, I would want you guys to hear each other breathe. I feel like we're always so shy about that breath. Be proud of your breath, okay? Be proud that you're working that hard, that you need to breathe big and you're kind of panting, but catch that breath. 5. So good. 4. 3. 2. Oh my goodness. And 1. Hands to your heart. We're nice and warm now. Lift your left heel. Now's the time where we start to break the sweat. So hopefully we're all getting a little sweaty. I want you to get nice and sweaty before we come down to the mat. Let's take another deep breath here. Sit lower with that left heel lifted. Exhale, turn towards your right. Hands come down to the ground. Breathe in your runner's lunge. Right knee over the ankle. Push your left hip slightly towards the floor, opening up your left psoas. Good, let's bring your left knee slowly down. Now, this is where you could grab your towel, place it underneath your left knee if needed, or your small pillow. I think, Patty, you can grab your jacket. Straighten your right leg, flex your right foot, draw the heel back. Draw your head towards your shin. Try to even out your sacrum. Take your right thumb into your right hip crease, push the right hip back. Getting even through the hips. Good. Bend your right knee over the ankle. If you had that prop, we could push it over to the side. Curl your back toes under, lift that kneecap. Good. Place your hands down. Step your right foot back, coming into downward dog. Push your hips up and back. Take your second position with your feet. That means we're going as wide as our mat. I want you to lift your heels up high, push your hips back, bend your right knee, draw the left heel down. Inhale, lift, exhale, switch. Inhale, lift, exhale, switch. This is a prance. Inhale, lift, exhale, switch. Keep on going. Inhale, lift, exhale, switch. And your gaze can go right to left, okay? Move your neck where you need it to go. Shake out any tension around your ears and your shoulders. But lift your heels first, switch the second. That's what makes it your prance, is the control. Lift, then switch. Lift, then switch. Let's do one more each side. 1 and 1. Good. Bring your feet to hip distance. 2 fist distance apart. Extend your right leg out in the air. Inhale. Exhale, pull your right knee in towards your heart. Bend your right knee. Shift your shoulders and tuck your hands. Point the right toes. It's a half plank, ladies. Gentlemen at home, if you're watching this later. Good. Inhale, reach your right leg out towards the sky. Push your hips up and back. Draw that left heel towards the ground. Inhale. Exhale, pull your right knee towards your heart. Good. Reach up and back. We're just doing 2 more. Exhale, pull the right knee in. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, pull in. Last one. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. So good. Okay, now hold here. Come onto your fingertips. Take an inhale to prep. As you exhale, pull your belly in towards your spine. Lift your stomach away from your thigh. Press your hands behind you. Hold. We're not leaving. We are super strong right here. 5 seconds. Press those pickies back. 4, 3, 2. Hands to your heart. Turn back to center. Okay. Arms are going to go wide. We're going to squat down. Cross your arms. At the very bottom, begin to turn your palms up. Let them uncross. Open up into a big circle. Cross the arms as you squat. And then flip the palms up. At the very top, the palms start to naturally flip down. And it's like you're drawing a crazy 8. Okay, and an infinity sign. You got some fancy arms. Also try to alternate what arm is going on top. So left arm, then right arm. And speed it up. Now this is just a big flush to flush out the lactic acid we've already created. Let's go for 5 of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Hands to your heart. Retract the shoulders. That means pushing back into their sockets. Think really long, beautiful neck, okay? Get down low. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift your right heel. Whew, hold there. Find those shakes. I'm gonna be here for just a little bit. I held you for a while on the other side, so I gotta make it even. I'm doing this for you. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, turn to your left. Okay, hold. Bend your left knee over the ankle. Square off the hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring your hands slowly down to the ground. Let's hold here. Open up through your right hip. Left booty cheek. Option to have a desk or a chair in front of you. Right, you can always grip onto those. Yoga blocks are really nice too, if you have them. I'm in the middle of a move, so I have no idea where my stuff is. Let's take another deep breath here. As you exhale, slowly let that right knee come down. If you want to grab your blanket or towel, place it underneath your right knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly begin to straighten your left leg. Flex the left foot, drawing your left toes back. Take your left thumb into your left hip crease. Push the left hip back. You want your PSIS, your posterior superior iliac spine, the 2 hip bones behind you to be even. And draw your head towards your left shin. The deeper you breathe, the more your muscle will open. Huge breaths here, please. Good, one more deep inhale. Exhale, let's rebend the left knee. Push your hips slightly forward, curl your toes under, lift the right knee off the ground. Place your hands down. Take an inhale. As we exhale, step your left foot back. Take an inhale, lift your heels up high, bend your knees, bring them to the ground. Again, you can grab your blanket or towel, and I probably am not going to mention that again. Okay? Spread your fingers. Your pointer finger should be parallel with your mat's edge and your other pointer finger. That's the one that says you're straight. So we have to slightly turn out and make sure the eye of your elbow is shifting forward. That hinging part of your elbow is turning out. That way your shoulders can really press into their sockets. Now let your belly drape down, heart opens, and as you exhale, round out your spine, push through your hands and your shins and the tops of your feet. Inhale, belly comes down, heart opens up wide, maybe your gaze lifts. As you exhale, big round. Good, one more time. Inhale, belly comes down. Exhale, round your spine. Let's take your hips down towards your right heel. Come to center, shift way over to your left heel, and then back up. Belly comes down. Exhale, round to the right, center, to the left, and belly comes down. And exhale, right, center, left, and belly comes down. I kind of feel like it could be an electric slide move, right? And slide, baby. And one more time over to the right. Now let's switch directions. Belly comes down, heart opens wide. Inhale, exhale down to the left, to center, to right, and then back up. Drop your belly down into the cow. Exhale, round, and you're dancing through your side cat, your side cow, and side child pose stretch, right? And middle child's pose stretch. One more big hip circle. Awesome. Let's come back to center. Curl your toes under. Lift your knees just 2 inches away from the ground. Good. Now lower your knees 1 inch and lift. Good. 1 inch down, 1 inch up. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, come onto your forearms. It's not easier, okay? Everything is hard in this class. You all right? Modifications don't make it easier. I used to be one of those people that thought the modifications meant I was cheating. It doesn't, okay? It's all hard. It's all challenging. And sometimes being on your forearms is harder than being on your hands. And we're just lowering 1 inch and pressing right up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press your hips up and back. Extend your left leg out behind you and up. Draw your right heel down. Take an inhale to prep. Exhale, left knee bends. It comes to your heart. You shift your shoulders on top of your hands. You take a picture. Cheese. And then we reach back out and take that picture there. We don't want the picture to be blurry. Cheese. Exhale, pull the knee in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, pull it in. Last one. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, step it through. Scoot the foot up if it doesn't make it. Left ankle underneath the left knee. Hold here. Take an inhale. Exhale, come onto the fingertips. Hold there. Don't move. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift off your thigh. Lift about 6 inches away from the ground. Press your arms back. Hold right there. We got 5 seconds here. Find your lines. 4, press your pinkies back. 3, 2, hands to heart. Turn slightly back to your right. Let's do those fancy arms again. Cross, and then open up wide. All right. Where are we at? I'll check for you. Okay, we've got about 35 minutes of solid movement. That's awesome, because you need your heart to go for 20 minutes, right? We need that heartbeat to raise for at least 20 minutes before our body starts to burn. So whenever we pass that 20-minute mark, I get super excited. We're doing it, you guys. Ladies, gentlemen. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hands to your heart. Exhale, lift your left heel. Turn towards your right. Hands come down to the ground. Step your right foot back. Bring your knees down. Take your knees as wide as the mat. Big toes come to touch. Round your spine, pushing your hips down to your heels. Walk your hands out. Slide your arms out. Then bend your elbows. Take your hands towards your shoulders, behind your head. Let your heart drape towards the floor. And this is going to open up your pecs. Pec major, pec minor, and your triceps. Okay, we've gotten a lot of tricep work already. Good. Reach your arms out. Press into your palms so much that your elbows and forearms lift off the mat. Round your spine. Come into your tabletop. Bring your knees back underneath your hips. Okay. Let's sit down onto our right hip, our right glute. Push your right heel slightly away from you. Push your left knee back. This is your Z sit. You can't see my back foot. I guess I'll show you. I'm flexing the foot, okay? Try to flex your foot. And there's space. There is about 5 inches between your right heel and your left thigh. So push that left hip back. Push the left heel back. If I was walking around your room, I would want to see that your left ear, your left shoulder, your left hip, and your left knee were creating a line. That's the space. Now let's take your arms out into a T. Inhale. As you exhale, mermaid stretch, bringing your left hand to your right thigh and reach your right hand up and over. Inhale, come to center, T out. Exhale, mermaid or merman. Inhale, T out. Exhale, mermaid. Good. Inhale, T out. Exhale, mermaid. Inhale, reach out. Last mermaid, biggest mermaid stretch. You want to feel that through the whole side of your body. And come to center. Arms are into a T. And we're just tilting, and you're going to tap the ground with your right hand and pull back up. Little tilt. Now, don't move from the arms. Imagine that your arms are a statue. Your torso is a statue. You're moving through your hips. You're hinging there to the side. Lateral stretch over, and you're using your left obliques. You can even take your left hand to your left abs and tell your abs to turn on. Don't push off the ground. Just tap the ground with your fingers and pull back up with your abs. Okay? Try to stay tall. Remember, your neck is an extension of your spine. So as we start to shift and lean, our head goes that direction too. You might get a little cramp in that left side. That's normal because we're not used to moving this way. 4, it just means you have to do more of them, okay? 3, 2, awesome, Ruth. And 1. Bring your right forearm down. Bend the elbow. Take your left hand up and over. Now you should be a straight line from your left fingertips to that left knee. Take an inhale to prep. As you exhale, tee out the arms and slowly come back up. Left hand comes down to the left thigh. Reach your right hand up to the sky only. Now, T, tap, bend, and reach over. And T, bring the left hand down, right hand up. And T, tap, bend, and side angle. T, lift, left hand taps, right hand up. T, and find the breath. I don't really care where you're inhaling or exhaling as long as you are breathing big. And we're finding that precision. Less push, less momentum, more control. that's where we're gonna find the change. And I'm talking about that control we get from pulling up and away with our abs. Also from lowering down, nice and slow. 3. Every week, every couple weeks, I change what we're working on, and I change what movements I'm falling in love with or trying to learn to love. Right now, I'm really loving this mermaid series. And last one. Now this is gonna be fun. Okay, bring your right arm down. Bring your left hand over. Take an inhale. As you exhale, fold towards your right knee. Bring your left hand up and over. Your right elbow can lift off the ground. Left hand lands on your left side, and then sweep your right hand up and over to the left, but keep your legs the same. Your right cheek stays on the ground, your booty cheek, and the right knee stays in its place. Now fold towards the left knee. The right hand guides you over to the right, then the left hand lifts up and over. For lower back stuff, you don't have to go down low. Like if you watch me, I'm modifying right now for lower back. I'm staying up higher. That can be good, right? For shoulder injuries, you're not gonna reach over your head. You would cross over your body, over the front side of your body. So your left arm crosses past your right and your right arm crosses past your left. Okay, for shoulder injuries, you never wanna go over your head. And that's just something you'll learn over time, right? As we do more of these, you do more Pilates and you do more yoga, you become a detective of your body and you learn what is really, really good for you and what you need. Okay, one more on each side. Good, and let's come to center. Bring both your hands up. Inhale, palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Hinge forward from your hips. Let your hands come down to the ground and then bring your forehead down to the ground. You can also rest your forehead on your ball or pillow or a yoga block. And remember, you're going where you want to go. Be careful for your right knee. That's a risk area in this half pigeon pose, is the right knee. So if you're feeling tension, please lift up, release the pose. One more huge breath. All right, and pull all the way up. Bring your right hand down. Come onto your right side and extend your right leg. Scoot towards the back of your mat so your body is lining up with that whole back edge. Now let's slide out that right elbow. Take your right hand to your head. Bring your feet forward to the front edge. I know, really specific alignment here. That's how we get deep. Now make sure that your left hip is over your right, that we're not rolling forward, we're also not rolling back, okay? They say scoop in from your armpit like you're trying to create a little tunnel underneath your armpit. That's gonna help you engage your serratus and your abs. Now flex your feet, peeling the toes back. I want you to lift up your left leg, keep it parallel, okay? Now come back down. Open and close. We're working through that piriformis, right? This part of your body that controls the opening and close of our body all day. It wraps into that side seat, that side of your seat your bathing suit doesn't cover, right? We want to get into there. 8, 7, 6, 5. Now, if you want, you can reach out your right arm, rest on the bicep. You can also use that pillow or ball underneath your head if you have a shoulder injury. Right? There's lots of options for every pose. Take yours. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Now turn your right toes slightly up. Turn your left toes slightly up. Point the left toes to the sky. Flex the foot. Bring your left toes to the floor. Your heels kiss, point and lift. Flex and squeeze the heels close. Point and lift. And squeeze. Now your left toes have to be pointing towards the sky so that your femur has space in your hip to open up that wide, right? Inhale. and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Find that sharp point and that sharp flex. If you're feeling super wobbly and you're like, I feel like I need more stability, bend your bottom knee. That's okay. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, parallel the foot. So it was turned out. Close that turn out. Straighten both legs. Line up your whole body with the back of the edge of your mat. Before they were forward, scoot them back. Lift your left leg just 1 inch. So it's up in the air, lift it up 1 inch. Now, you're lifting from your left booty cheek. And I want you to also press back, like someone's standing behind you and you want them to get out of the room. That's usually my husband. I'm like, get out of here. Don't tell me how to cook. Don't ask me if I'm adding salt. Of course I'm adding salt. I love salt. I'm just kidding. That's another class, okay? How to stay isolated for months with your husband. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Hold that foot flexed. Flex your right foot and bring your right leg up to kiss your left leg. And I'm trying hard not to move my left leg, okay? It just looks crazy. So don't move that left leg. Just lift up with your right leg. We got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Point your toes. Release your right hand. Let your right ear rest on your right arm. Now lift both your toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Point the toes. Maybe bring your left hand in towards your left thigh. Maybe reach your right arm up. Full banana for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, come onto supine, onto your backs. Let your knees lean to the right and let your knees lean towards the left. Your left booty cheek should be really, really firm right now. You feel that tightness. Don't worry. I'm going to even you out so your right side is that tight as well. Now bring your knees into your chest. Point your toes. Let's take a few rocks front to back. Don't let your feet touch. Roll like a ball. Feet don't touch the ground. They can touch each other. Only roll onto your shoulders. Don't roll onto your neck and head. Now try not to move your feet or your knees. Hold on to the shins. Let's do this. This is rolling like a ball. It is not good in certain cases of MS, scoliosis, vertigo, low blood pressure. Right? If you have a special case and you know you're not supposed to roll on your spine, please don't. If you're not sure, you could always email me or text me. Right? I have an Instagram dedicated for fitness. You could write me there too. 3. We can ask me after class, before class. 2. Okay, and 1. Hold here. Extend your legs out and then bend your knees into your heart. Pull your knees to your chest. Reach up and exhale. Pull. Inhale. 5. Can we slide your hands to your shins, to your ankles? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. I have to be inclusive in case someone's watching this later. Push your left heel forward. Let's come onto the Z-sit on that tight left booty cheek. Push your right heel back. Push the right knee back. Find that line. Flex the right foot. Okay. Inhale, arms out into a T. Relax the shoulders. Mermaid stretch. And it's going to feel really, really good because we did so much work on the left side. Inhale, T. Exhale, right hand to the left thigh. Reach up and over. We spend a lot of time lifting boxes, maybe babies, doing dishes, driving a car, where we're constantly working forward and back through our spine. We're flexing through the spine. We rarely do this kind of motion, which is our lateral stretching and bending. It's really, really good for your spine. I have to admit, when I first started my Pilates journey, I was like, I don't like this. What's happening? And now it's one of my favorites because I've seen how much length and space it's created. And healing, right? Sometimes we have this pain and we don't know why. It's usually because we're tight in one spot. We need to open up. One more mermaid. Find that huge, huge stretch. Good. Inhale, come to center. Tee out the arms. And now just a little tilt coming from the hips. Keep your seat the way it is. Keep your torso the way it is. Arms tee out. Exhale, pull back in. And tap. Exhale, pull back in. Okay. Okay, you can touch your right abs, tell those abs to pull in and engage. You can also touch your right hip and make sure that right hip is staying down. This is usually where I cramp, right on my right side. And I start using more of my hip than my abs, but try to use more of your abs. And just tap the ground, a little kiss with the fingers, and then come back up. The slower we can do this, the better it will be. 5, and I know that our arms start to feel like heavy weights. That's good. 4, you could also add weights if you wanted to. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, let's bend your left elbow. Bring your right hand up and over your straight line from the right fingertips at that right knee. If you look down past your navel, you shouldn't be able to see your right knee. Push the right knee back. Now, pull in. Bring your arms out into a T. The right hand comes down and the left hand reaches up and over. Good. Arms out into a T. Tap the ground. Then bend slowly. Reach the right hand over to the left. And exhale, pull up slowly, then come up to the sky. And open, and big side bend, then bend and deeper side bend from the right knee to the right fingertips. And that's nice place to work, right? And a nice thing to remember is if I can find my shape and my lines, and I can stack my joints, I'm probably in the correct alignment. Probably. All right, let's do about 4 more. Oh my goodness. We're going to get that nice definition in the side of our abs. I feel like sometimes I can see mine. I mean, I've been teaching for a long time, but old school teaching, in the real world, I was able just to cue you all through these movements, and I didn't have to do anything. And now that I teach all on Zoom, I feel like my body's changing with you, and I'm seeing some stuff that I didn't see before. Okay, last one. And reach, 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 reach. Now we get to fold towards your left knee. Let your right hand guide you. Right hand lands, left hand comes up and over. And then your left hand guides you. You reach, and then the right hand sweeps up. You don't have to bring down the forearm. I want this to be more of a myofascia massage, okay? Articulate and find that beautiful stretch. Your goal of your Pilates Yoga Fusion today is to move your spine in every direction. We're going to twist, we're going to rotate, we're going to extend, we're going to flex. And that's how we find kind of that fountain of youth, right? They say you're only as young as your mind is open and your spine is flexible. Let's do one more each side. Good. Let's come all the way up with the arms. Palms turn in, shoulders stay down. Fold over your left shin. Good. Pull on up. And let's come onto your left hip. I almost forgot. I'm sure somebody would have said in the chat room, hey, remember this. So scoot back into the back edge of your mat. Scoot your feet forward. You can use your hand to cup the ear or slide out the left arm, just rest on the bicep. Flex your feet, peel the toes back, stack the hips. If you're choosing to have your hand on your arm, then I need you to lift it and suck in through the armpit area. Now, lift up in parallel and close. The foot stays parallel. Your toes stay in front of your heels, right? Don't let your right toes turn over into the sky because that's external rotation. We're not doing that yet. If your toes start to turn open towards the sky, it means your movement is too big for your body. I really want you to get this stuff so that you can practice it anytime. When you're traveling, when you can't make it to class, you know some of these things to bring with you, and we have tools. Right? The more tools we have in our toolkit, the better. So funny, I just saw a squirrel run by. I can see my window. I'm like, oh, squirrel. And I thought, that's so funny. I'm locked in the house all day. I've become a dog, you know. I'm like, there's movement outside. Oh. You guys, thanks for being here, ladies. Thank you so much. I need this. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we get to open up. Turn your right toes towards the sky. Point the toes, lift on up, flex the foot, your right heel kisses your left heel, and then point and lift. And bring it down. Now point and lift. And exhale, bring it down. Point and lift, flex that foot sharp, bring it down. Okay, if we need to, we can always bend that bottom leg. I'm going to give my wrist a break, rest on my bicep. Okay, we're almost done, don't you worry, all right? We started a couple minutes late, so I'm going to wrap us up a couple minutes late. We're at 12 o'clock right now. If you need to go, I understand. We just have 3 more of these. We're almost done. 3, 2, and 1. Hold here, flex both feet, scoot your legs back, and little lift, little lift. Little lift of that top leg, your right leg. Remember, push that heel back slightly, like that person's behind you. Get out of here, kicking you away. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift up that left thigh. Get into your inner thigh, your abductors. It's really hard to get that part firm. This is how you're going to do it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Point both toes. Reach out your left arm. Bring your left cheek towards your bicep. Turn your left palm up and lift both toes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Let's lift the upper body. Maybe glue your right hand into your side of your body for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Awesome. Let's come onto our backs. Massage your lower back by bringing your knees into your chest. Switch directions on your rotation. Good. Let's bring your arms out into a T or cactus. Let your knees go way to the left. Gaze goes to the right. Good. Bring your knees nice and high. Exhale, twist to the right. Gaze goes to the left. Good. Bringing your knees. Rock a few times, front to back, or if you have a special case, just push yourself up. Let's come all the way up into seated. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, big sweep. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more deep healing breath. Exhale, plug your energy into your heart center. Thank yourself for taking the time for you today. You deserve time. You deserve to feel good in your body. Thank you. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.